It's clicking it. There we go.
Boy. Well, hello everyone and welcome. It's Gaston. No, it's not. Close. I got the hair. Definitely got the hair. Yeah, got the shirt, got the jacket. So, hi everybody. How you doing? This is Chris the Disney Baker, and welcome to the Pin Layer. Welcome here. We're gonna have an enchanted weekly review of everything that's happening. Not everything, because my gosh, you know how much stuff's happening in the world? A lot. We're just gonna do just a tad bit of it, a little bit to hopefully make you smile and talk about just Disney stuff. So, how's everyone doing? Hello, everyone in chat. Thanks for being here. Yes, we are live on StreamYard. So, there's this little button that you can push. So, if you go, I'm gonna go. I have multiple screens set up here, so I'm gonna go up my other screen. So, what you have is when you see things coming up on somebody's screen, you have whoever it is. It says weekend roundup. I put up there. It has a little thumb. So please hit the thumbs up. And then go over to that little arrow and there's a thumb down there, but don't hit that. And if you do, hit it twice. That way I know you just were goofing around. But just kidding. Hit the thumbs up, scooch over one more, and go to the share. And if you're not familiar with the share, I think you should at least try the share once or twice. Some people don't have a lot of social media hooked up to whatever they're viewing from. Maybe they're viewing from their laptop or their PC at home or their phone in the parking lot, or they're down in the basement and they're having lunch at work. And just share us out on whatever your social media platforms are. I greatly appreciate that. Um, Thank you very much. And then over there, there's a save button, and you can save it. You can share it out, and then go all the way over, and there's the chat. And there's a chat. And if you've never experienced chat before, experience some chat and hang out and talk to a bunch of people that are here. I remember when I first started out, I saw chat scrolling, and probably it wasn't for the first half hour, 45 minutes. I had no clue. And then I got into, I'm like, oh, these people were talking to each other. So, anyway, so let me just jump over here. Let me get my cursor back down here. So where I'm going, Stephanie Keel, how are you? Kenneth, what's going on, Kenneth? Nice show tonight, Stephanie. Appreciate that. That was pretty good. We have Julie McCohen, what's going on? And Debbie Burnfield, what's up, Debbie? And didn't send you roses today, but Paul, what's going on, Paul? Good to see you. Debbie, you know something's coming to you. Stephanie, you have something coming to you from me. Um, and Paul, you have something coming to you. Uh, yes. Urgh. Actually, I got guns. You can't see them, but they see when I flex. Ooh, the room moves when I flex. Thanks, Kenneth. Um, and let's continue with everybody. So, Paul, you got something coming to you. Hey, Doug, what's going on? Zippity doo, Doug. Jennifer, what's going on? Hello, Jeff Condon. What's going on? Hello, welcome in. Tina, Angel Tina, what's going on? Glad you could make it. And Theo Sam Eagle. Yes, talking about my guns. Yes. We appreciate you being here. Thanks. We're gonna have a little bit of chat, a little bit of fun. Hey, Jeannie, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Peaceful, easy feeling. Love that name. I've got a peaceful, easy feel. I had to dress. I had to dress the part. You know, when somebody makes some amazing. I mean, that was me in costume the other day. So I'm trying out for that part because I do have the hair and I don't have to wear the wig. And that's how I'm going to look when I'm on stage. Yeah, yeah. Don't believe that. They're never going to pick me for that. I need to bulk up. Happy Hans, what's going on? Welcome. Good. Thanks for being here. Um, and actually, we saw Nicole earlier. Nicole, that was a nice show. I did get your IG response. Thank you. So let's see. Did we get everybody? Doug, Tina, Paul. I'm trying to catch up. Pew, 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 pew. Birdwell, where the birds are well, 24/7. What's going on? Thanks for being in here. Okay, so Space Mountain Dave. What's going on, Dave? Hello, Pete. I am not here. Yes, you are. I can read you. I can read you. 10-4. Mary Carroll with her cats are here. And let's continue. I'm scrolling fast and trying to catch up. I don't want to miss anybody. Here we go. And then Pete says, Pete's saying hi. Everybody say hi to everybody. So hello, everyone. I changed my background a little bit. I brought my amazing painting that I got from Molly here. I brought my Walt Disney pin board down. I'm going to show that later. We're going to talk about pins. We're going to show some pins. I have a surprise the last probably 15, 20 minutes maybe for everyone. But let's talk about what's been happening. Holy smokes. I mean, if you're on Instagram and you're in any Disney chats and you're on YouTube, any Disney chat, everybody's going to the Halloween party. It was, wow. I actually worked it last week and it was pretty amazing. It was really, really cool. And on my aspect, I get to see everybody dressed up. So we had a really good time. And we had some people dressed up in Tron outfits. That was really cool. They said they didn't have any problem getting on a ride, Pete. So they said they just walked right up and they said, "Hey, come on." You know, maybe it's because it was a Halloween party. So maybe we can get on a Halloween party. We hope. But yeah, the Halloween parties are just all over the place on social media. And I'll tell you what, and everybody's eating to the beats at Epcot. Seeing a lot of Joey Fatone was there. A lot of people went and saw him. A lot of good bands are coming. A lot of good food is there. Katie, I just pulled this one up, and I just want to just scroll through. I saw a couple of things. See if I can share this out here. And I know this is last minute, but I was just scrolling through some of the Food and Wine Festival food, and just wanted to go through a couple of things. If you can see that, excellent. Okay, so here's what we're doing. No, this is not a tongue ring. I don't know what that is. So the global marketplace is the amount of food, the different styles of food you're going to get there. I'm just going to scroll through some stuff that really just caught my eye. Chocolate dipped strawberries. I don't care where you are, that will catch your eye. And they're definitely there. I believe they're over in Canada. And you have some French baguettes here, sliced real good, with some Gouda cheese on them and some little mini pickles that Tina probably wouldn't like because they're mini. And you got some really nice big olives there. But these are little meringues. These are meringue cookies, and this is something I'm going to be baking this year for Christmas. Meringue cookies are absolutely fabulous. While I have this up, it's kind of I can't. I'm looking at the chat to the right. It's off a little bit here, and let me see if I can move this so I can see instant chat. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Let me move this up. There we go. That's even better. There we go. All right, so now I can see both. So we have these are meringue cookies, and what that is you make this special meringue up, and you dollop these cookies out with a bag tip, a star tube, and a bag, and you actually heat your oven up to like 300 degrees, and then you turn it off, and you wait till it comes down to about 200 degrees, and you put your meringue cookies in, and you add as many shelves in your oven as you can at home, and put your cookie pans in there, and then shut the door, and you leave them there overnight. And when you wake up the next morning, they're hard to the touch, but you put them in your mouth, and it's just they're amazing. They melt. And I like to color mine, so you'll see all that during the holidays. I like making mine colors, make them look like peppermints and stuff like that. And you can flavor them too. You put little mini chocolate chips in them. This cake is amazing. This is a chocolate ganache with toasted coconut flakes on the outside. It's got raspberry in the middle. I don't know what they call it here. I think they have that these are the beverages, but warm chocolate fondue with berries, yeah, blah blah blah. But anyway, that is an amazing cake. It's not probably going to be super moist, because that style cake needs to be a little bit on the dry side. That way, the chocolate ganache and the raspberry that's in the center, the raspberry filling is really what brings out the flavor. So I just thought hey, Movie Mania Nick, welcome in. Scrolling right along again, yum, yum, and yum. What they're utilizing is, if I don't know if you've seen it yet, but they're literally taking not in this shop, but they're taking patties of chicken, little small chicken patties, and they're compressing them. They're putting them on a stick, and they're actually putting some batter in a waffle maker, the Mickey waffle maker, and then they're putting the chicken in, and they're putting batter on top, and they're closing it. But that's not what this is. But what this is just yum. To the left, I know that's braised beef with mashed potatoes, and that's not what they call it, but it is amazing. That the cake we saw up top was called Lamington. I don't know why they put it so different. But these are strawberries and whipped topping and chocolate on a Mickey waffle. Oh my goodness, Belgian waffles, braised beef. I knew it was braised beef with Gouda mashed potatoes. Who's not going to love that? And again, I go for the dessert parts. I mean, I like the food there. Don't get me wrong. I don't like to share. And usually when Vanessa and I go, we get one and then we share. I don't like to share, so I like to just get it for myself. And then looking to the right here, that's they have beer flights and stuff like that. But looking to the right, it's the Brazilian cheese bread. This is the Brazilian cheese bread, and if you haven't had this, it is awesome. What I like to do is see if they have like a little container or something, or I get maybe a little gift bag, and I get 2 orders of them, and I just dump them in the bag, and I just walk around Epcot and eat them. It's a new way of eating. Maybe I should show people. Again, I focus on desserts. And there's the pickle shake that everybody was talking about. We'll bypass that. Everybody knows about that already. And caviar, ooh, yum. But the thing that I noticed when I was strolling through a bunch of stuff is not all this is available right now. Some booths are closed. So if you are coming, understand that and go into the front page of this. All I did to find this is I just typed in Epcot food and wine food schedule. They show you all the places, all the little stores that are going to be open that are selling merch, and all the food areas and when they're going to be coming. When new food areas open, some food areas will be closing, like September. It's right around the corner. Some things are going to be closing. But I just saw a couple of the desserts. This one is yummy. This is definitely, it's again, I'll go down here. It is a spiced chocolate tart with barbecue potato crust, salted whiskey caramel, and smoked sea salt. Yum. But I just want to touch on a couple of those things. I'm going to be doing a more of a in-depth look in another week or so, probably another 2 weeks, because we have more booths opening up, and I'm going to be going into the park and doing. I'm going to be doing a live. I haven't decided which day yet, but I'm going to go to the park once a week. I'm going to be doing live from the park, and I'm going to be doing basically just food tastings of desserts. So look forward to that. This is one of my favorites. If anybody loves creme brulee, this is yummy. They put the sugar on top, and then they torch it right before you buy it, and that way it's nice and crisp, and you get to dig through that crust of crusty sugar. It's so good, and that little burnt taste really brings out the flavor of the custard. I could eat 1,000 of those, and we're gonna make them at Christmas too. Christmas time, we're gonna make pumpkin creme brulee. Well, all this is amazing, and I just want to touch base. So, just to talk about what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. What I'm gonna be doing coming up with the holidays. We have Halloween coming up. We have Thanksgiving coming up. We got Christmas coming up. We have New Year's coming up. We have a whole bunch of different things, and that's really going to kick off where I'm going to be baking, how I'm going to be baking stuff. Oh, no worries, no worries. There's something over my shoulder that maybe you didn't see. Molly painted that for me. It's awesome. So again, I am looking at chat now. So hello everyone. See if I missed anybody that came in. I hope not, and I hope I'm not talking too fast because I have a way of doing that. Hey Nathan, welcome in. Glad you're here. What's up? Like that. What's up? Uh, and I like it when everybody says hi to everybody. That's cool. So, and like I said, so that's kind of was the lead in. The lead in is that I will be going live on Wednesdays at the park. I just decided it's going to be Wednesdays. We said that it's going to be Wednesdays at the park, and we're going to be doing food and desserts at all the parks and Disney Springs and the resorts. I'm going to be going everywhere. Baker on the move. You know, where's Waldo? Where's Baker? Baker on the move. Look out, because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be putting out some questionnaires on my YouTube page and some questionnaires on my Instagram. Where you want me to go first? What desserts would you like me to present first? I'm going to throw some lists out there. You guys pick where you want me to go. As I was scrolling through my YouTube today, I was talking with Katie earlier. I came up on my YouTube and it said, congratulations on 5,000 viewing hours. So I hit my 5,000 viewing hours, which is fantastic. So I'll be setting up a whole bunch of different things. We're going to have, I haven't really figured it out how we're going to do my icons and stuff, but I definitely want to have some people that want to sponsor the channel. I want to make it fun. I want to make we'll have different baking classes for people that sponsor the channel on different tiers. I just it's a lot that I want to do, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I've hit that 5,000 viewing hours, and now we're going to line up the 24-hour bake. So we're going to be baking for 24 hours. Thank you very much for the congratulations. I appreciate that. So we're really excited about that. I was walking around and I packed everything up from Pete's, and I remember I had this at Pete's because I couldn't find my other wireless mic. And I can't figure out where it went. So I'm going to be using this one for a while until I can set up another microphone for here. When we're going to be in the kitchen, I'm going to be having another audio mic in the kitchen. I may have this one or a different one. I want to use maybe one of the small ones because I move around a lot in the kitchen. I want to make sure everybody hears me. Thanks, Theo. I appreciate that. And Theo, I didn't do this by myself. I don't claim to have done any of this by myself. So many people have been out there supporting me, pushing me, yelling at me, suggesting things for me. being an inspiration, and I give them the credit too. I don't do any of this, by myself. So I really appreciate all the help that everyone's been doing and giving me. So that's very exciting. So that's boom. That's the next thing. I did send out. I sent out some Mickey's Halloween party maps. So I want to show you something that I picked up at the park, and I'm going to hold this one up in front of me. So I was at the Halloween. They had these for sale. Not just at if you were just a guest and coming in. This wasn't specific for the Halloween party. They had these out everywhere. So I picked up one of these. These are really cool. Um, haven't opened it up yet. I think I'm gonna wait and take it with me when I go. And Mickey's in a cape and he's behind. He's actually, I think he's stuck inside. Yeah, he's inside the pumpkin, and it lights up and it blows bubbles. It's a bubble wand. It's a bubble maker, and it looks pretty cool. I think what we can do, if we pull the tab, there's a little tab back here. Pull the tab. Yes, it is. Did you get one, Jennifer? Look. It's got so many different light. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I think we should get 2 of these for Pete, and we'll put them on rods on the back of his ECV, and then we'll just have bubbles like going out like flames, but there'll be bubbles. So that'd be cool. So it does have a switch on the back. So down is just lights, and if you push it up, you hear the little motor. But we do not have the bubbles hooked up yet. We just have the lights. And it does take replaceable batteries right down here. Little screwdriver. You pop that off. I think they're triple A's. And the directions are right here on what size batteries to buy. So, and I believe they are triple A's. They are 3 triple A's. Yep. And you put 3 triple A's in there, and they'll just go all night. We can set that back here and have some color. Maybe we'll put it right off to the side here. There we go. So anyway, so that was fun. There was a new piece. There was 2 or 3 new pieces of 100th merch that came out. But the one that I really liked the most and grabbed hold of was they came out with this. It's Art of Coloring, 100 Years of Wonder, 100 Images to Inspire Creativity. And this book is so cool. And when I saw the outside, the first thing I noticed, of course, was the partner statue. But then I started looking at the pictures, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool!" And then I opened it up, and it's amazing. And I'm going to show you a couple. And it's a coloring book. So I guess you could do pastel, but it's got all these amazing. Here, let me go to camera B here and shrink down. There we go. Can we do that? There we go. There we go. So it's the preface, where it all began, where do the stories come from, the illusion of life, the spirit and adventure of discovery, the magic and sounds of music, the world around us, innovations, your Disney World, a day in the parks, the wonder of Disney. We are just getting started. Acknowledgments, bibliography, and endnotes, image credits, and a blank page. And as you go through, it tells the story. And look, do you remember these? I just saw those. Wait, where did I just see those? I just saw those earlier. Where did I see those? Oh, wait a second. I'm gonna. Where did I see those? Oh, I know where I saw these. Oh, excuse. I gotta bend down. Okay, that's what these are. And there's one of Mickey and one of Minnie. And these are the pins. These are pins. And these are the books. And these are identical. So if you wanted to color them, identically. They even have the dogs and the cat. I mean, these are really cool. I just noticed that. That's really cool. But going through is Elsa and Woody and Simba and Snow White. Look at this. This is so neat. Let me see if I can back that up just a little bit. Nope. And then it gives more stories where it all began. And then again, and then there's spots in here that I want to show you that, or it's showing you how they made certain scenes, and that's really cool. How the illustrators brought it all together, and then they show Beauty and the Beast, and I mean to color that with colored pencils, this would be absolutely gorgeous. So the neat part about this is, and then it has the backdrops and the different pictures, and this Cinderella, she's so pretty. It's just got so much cool stuff. Tron, look, there's Tron in here, and Up. It's got so much neat stuff. So, and here's the cool part. It was only $16. $16. Look at that, $16. So, I would suggest that if you, I haven't seen it anywhere else. I would suggest if you see it, get it. Definitely get it. Or if you know somebody, ask somebody to pick it up for you, because it is definitely a find. And I don't believe you're going to find it for long at the parks. I know where I make magic, we got one box in, and one box only had 15 books. And that's how they distribute them. So hopefully there'll be another. What book is this? I'm going to show you again. I'm sorry. It is. I can show you the face. Can you make this big for me? There we go. You can take a screenshot of that. Art of Coloring. I just think it's really cool. My adult kids Legos for Christmas, right? Right? Who doesn't like Legos? Why does colds have to make you feel horrible? So, okay, so Dave asked a question. I don't know if it was for everybody, but I'll help him answer this. Why do colds make you feel so horrible? Okay. The reason colds make you feel horrible is to remind you of how, when you're not sick, how amazing you feel every day. That's why colds make you feel so horrible. It's a virus. It'll go away. But happiness and feeling good has more days than sick days. So enjoy those. It's saying you'll get better, you'll be happier, you'll feel better. You just got to wait this one out. So Dave, I hope you feel better. Take lots of cold medicine and drink lots of fluid. My sister's a nurse practitioner, and she hasn't been feeling good lately. I'm going to back this up a little bit. Thanks, Kenneth. And she's a nurse practitioner, and she's like, I can't get rid of my cold. Well, now she has to go see her doctor tomorrow because she thinks she's getting stages of pneumonia because she can't take deep breaths. So yes, take care of yourself. Yes. That's the way I look at it. I mean, I've been sick before. I've been hurt before. Just the good days outweigh the bad days. Trust me. So hopefully feel better. Yeah, I know. Blah. Yeah. I don't know. Take a box of Arm & Hammer baking soda, throw a half box in the tub, take a hot bath. Usually works for me. Or Calgon, because Calgon takes you away. So, yeah, everybody take care of yourself. Yeah, try to take care of yourself. It's not easy. Good gosh, there's so many fast food restaurants out there. Are we eating good? Try to take care of yourself, because you got to take care of others. Look at Dave. Dave's doing it 24/7. I keep telling myself that last week, feeling better now. Oh, great. So some people have not been feeling well. I hope you feel better. Wait a minute. Vanta Crew, welcome. Oh, thank you. That's Gaston. There's my guns. Brought him to the gun show. Thanks. So yeah, it's hard to be healthy, but try your best. Drink lots of water. I have water. It's just 2/3 water and 1/3 Gatorade because that's the electrolytes. And hopefully my sound is good. Is my sound over the top? Is it too low? Is it too high? Is it too bassy? Too trebly? I have a little mixer here. I can adjust all of that. I've got a little mixer that I picked up that I use. Well, I've been using it for a year now, but let me know. I just actually moved. Thank you. I just moved this over. Thanks, Kate. I just moved this over to this side of the pin layer. It was on that side. All right. So recently, I had. Has anybody seen my pictures? Grab that book. Oh, gotcha, Pete. Done. Yep. Um, okay. So my aging pea brain doesn't allow me to remember everything. And the good thing is I have a tablet right next to me. So I just wrote that note. Thanks again for coming in. Thanks you guys for being here. Just remember, hit the thumbs up. Um, let's see. We were talking about my phone. Oh yeah. So during my trip to Maryland, my phone got ran over by the Holiday Inn bus. And then I got myself a new phone. Um, and I really, really like this. It's called OnePlus. I didn't know anything about it. But I love it. Anybody know this guy? Zach Williams? Zach Williams is coming to Orlando. He's a Christian artist. And for Christmas, my kids got me orchestra seats. I'm taking my daughter, and she's coming in 2 weeks. So we're going to go see Zach Williams. And I am a volunteer for Christian concert series all over Orlando. So they reached out to me and asked me if I would come in and be a volunteer. So I reached out to my daughter and I said, "Hey, he is so good. Well, we don't know yet, Tina, if they're going to let me stream live. But we're going to find out. I'll find out. But this group that I am signed up to do Christian groups as a volunteer reached out to me. So my daughter and I are going to be volunteers. We're going to get there early in the afternoon, help them set up and do whatever they do, and then we're going to have an amazing time during the concert. So that'll be fun. Yes, he is amazing. He used to open up for Crowns. I've seen him twice open up for Casting Crowns. Hey, Jonathan Chong, welcome in. Hello, how are you? Okay, so anyway, long story short, this is the new phone. This is the new case. This phone is heavy. Let me grab my digital scale here. You say, Baker, why do you have a digital scale? Well, I send a lot of packages out and I use it for when I'm baking. I had it at Pete's. I have this little digital scale, and I'm telling you, I'm going to zero it out. I'm going to weigh this phone. This phone weighs almost 10 ounces, and that's heavy for a phone, but it's a mini computer, and it is so blazing fast. I got a industrial case on it, has super corners, so you can pretty much drop this off of a building, and it's not guaranteed to not break, and it's got 3 amazing cameras on it. It's been mimicked after, it's made in the US, it's been mimicked after the iPhone. But what I don't have on the back of it is something that we're going to fix tonight. So I want everybody, see that? That's my back. See that shiny? It's plastic. Got a nice clear plastic back on it. All right. So what I want to do is I want to put myself one of these pop sockets on it. All right. But I don't know which one to put on. So I want you guys to help me. All right. So I have this pop socket. This is from last Christmas. Oh, I just show it here. So there's my last Christmas one. Okay. One day I was thinking of Jesse and I got this one. It's Figment. And Orange Bird. Now, you're going to say, Baker, why do you have all these? Well, I'm going to tell you that in a secret in a second. Ice cream. These pop sockets are cool. Another Florida bird. I love the Florida bird. And then these are my two faves. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Stephanie has one of these. There's Goofy. And this is shiny. These are really cool. These were a little bit more expensive. And then Sorcerer Mickey. Okay. I don't know which one to put on. I really don't. I don't know which one to put on. So, but then I was thinking, they're interchangeable. And you said, what, Baker? Say it's not so. Oh no. So. It's so. So the pop sockets, here's a cool one. And I like this one. This is the only one I do have that has this embossed Disney part on it. I like that. So what it says here in the fine print, it says, get a magnifying glass, Baker, because you're blind. It says, phone grip and stand with swappable top. Try me. Pull twice to grip. You can pop these off. They're interchangeable. I don't know how to do it, but the directions tell you. It says close flat, press down, and turn 90 degrees to swap tops. All right. Well, I guess you got to open one first. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it has to be locked in. No, it shows you to do it either way. I don't know how that works. Oh, we're trying. Has anyone done this before? I love the Goofy one too. Hey, what's up, Mr. Fulton? What's going on? All right, so we don't know how to do that part. But anyway, so which one are we going to open? Goofy, okay, Figment or Goofy. And then Fulton said Goofy. I like Goofy. All right, we're going for Goofy. We had 2 for Goofy. All right, so we're going to open up Goofy. All right, here we go. So, I've never opened one of these before. I had an old one on my old phone. Well, figures. Old one on your old phone. Okay. So you peel back that. I needed to put one on. I've been missing using it that way. It is easier to grab. I agree. Baker, I got big news today. Our Hamilton Country School Olympics are called the Rocking Rookies. And we won both games first for congratulations. That's fantastic. Okay, so now it's going to give me directions. With anything else, it's probably like the 3M stuff. You have to hold it. I mean, I had my one on my other phone for so long. Okay, install me, remove and discard liner. Done. Stick grip to device. Well, duh. That was a no-brainer. All right, let's pop it open. We're going for Goofy. All right. So Goofy has his own little plastic cover on it, which we'll leave on for now. Okay. But it's got the sticky part here. All right. So what we want to do is I want to try to do what it said, and I want to hold it and then twist it 90 degrees and then pull it out. Nope, didn't work. Try it again. Push it in. I can feel it. I can feel it turning, but it's not releasing. This is very interesting. It clicked twice. There's a click. Oh, was that it? Nope. We're listening for a click. There's a click. Maybe it's in between. Oh, there it goes. And it came apart. Yay. And no, I didn't break it. Okay. Oh, I see. All right. So what it has is, take this little piece of paper out. What it has an offset. It looks a little wider at this one part of the circle, a little wider at the other part of the circle. And then this is a little narrow in those. So that part goes in that part like that. And then you just turn it. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the phone first because phones are different. So we'll put this on and we're going to put it on like it says. We'll use the pop socket so we can read it. And I like mine down a little lower. Some people put it up in the middle of their phone. I'm going to put it a little lower because I like holding it a little lower so I can text with both of my thumbs. So, clean phone with alcohol if you have it. Ooh, a wise person once said, "Pay attention. I do have some. Oh, but I have to go off camera. Oh, that's okay. Well, I can still talk to you because I know I came across some alcohol swabs earlier because I was helping my wife with a cut that she had, and I said, "What were you going to do with all 1,000 packs of alcohol swabs?" And I'm like, "Oh, there they are." And I'm like, "Well, I have one right here." Sorry to keep you staring at my castle mural. And I'm back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back, boys and girls. Okay. All right. Alcohol swab. Yes. Great idea, Katie. Thank you so much. I think that was Katie. Katie, why? Alcohol swab. Yep, that was Katie. All right. So we have this little teeny weeny alcohol swab. Oh, there's a cut on your finger. You're going to know it. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean the whole area. And if you ever see them put those little screens on your phone when you're at, AT&T or T-Mobile or Apple, whatever, they use these alcohol swabs, but they don't tell you that. And we're going to let this dry. We're going to let this dry on its own. And then, I do have a cut on this little finger. I had to replace the tires on my golf cart. When I bought the golf cart, it needed replacement tires on the back, which I replaced that September. And today I replaced the 2 tires on the front. I have a Harry Potter golf cart, and it has to have its tires. All right, we're almost dry. Almost dry. All right, so we're going to take the pop socket and we're going to put it just a little bit lower in here. Clean it. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to talk after this. I'm going to show. We're going to talk some baking stuff, and I'm actually going to reveal and show you some things that I used to carry in my baking briefcase. My wife and my children, back in the day when I was baking. I don't want to put this too low. There we go. I'm going to hold this down. I'm just pressing on. It's kind of like the 3M. 3M tells you to press down and hold. If you're putting like one of those robe hangers up or something like that, you need to press and hold it for like 30 seconds. So I'm going to do that here. But getting back to what we talked about, as I became a bakery manager, they got me this very, very nice briefcase, and I have it, and I still have it. 40 years later, and I still have it. There we go. Great. Okay, so now the base is on, and I put it on so you could read PopSocket. And now what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to insert Goofy. And we're going to push and lock him in. And the cool thing about that is you can still turn him, but if you're going to pull him out, he won't come off. All right, so there he is. And now we have the reveal is the little plastic. It keeps him so shiny. We're going to go ahead and peel that off. And there you have it. So now we have Goofy. Yep. That's great. So, but back to the question. That's a happy Goofy. You got that right. I'm happy, folks. Why would Baker have so many pop sockets? Well, Baker has a whole bunch of different ways to make stuff. And what he decided was one day, I'm going to screech over here to my trash can, is finding different ways to hang your pin lanyards. Well, what's a pin lanyard? Okay, well, if you haven't been to the parks lately, okay, in the past 20 years or so, there are lanyards that people used to wear and put their pins on. I'm going to grab one here. Let's see, I'll grab the one right on top. I've got a couple lanyards, and they sell them at the parks. And then this one here is, which one is this? All right, so this one here is Hollywood Studios. This is my Hollywood Studios lanyard. And all these pins that are on here represent Hollywood Studios. Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, Star Tours, Mickey, Beauty and the Beast Show, Incredibles, Slinky Dog, Runaway Railway, Indiana Jones, Mike Wazowski, Toy Story, Stitch at the Hollywood Tower of Terror. I'm molting. From Aladdin, Star Wars, and again, here's a Mickey. This is a really cool pin. Look at that one. I like that. So, and I put locks on these, and then I wear these. But then when you come home, it's like, well, what do you do with them? So what I've designed is I've designed a board that it's not finished yet, that will actually hold your pop socket. And you'll put your pop socket, it'll be on this board, okay? And the way I've designed it is a special way, so you can actually use the pop socket on a phone later if you wanted to. But again, remember, all these pop sockets are all interchangeable, okay? So then when you come home and your lanyard is where? Hanging on your doorknob, hanging in your closet. Where do you put this thing? You put a nail in the wall? No. You got a couple of them. You got a beautiful board that I made for you, and it's fantastic. And you tell me what pop sockets you want on, and I put them on it. And then you come home and you put your lanyard on it, just like that. Is that not cool? Multi-purposing. So we've already sent pictures to Disney. So we have pictures of this, of the mock-up that I made for Disney. So hopefully they'll let us, start something new with their marketing. I hope so. That's one of two ways that I've actually found to show your lanyard. With that being said, we're just going to let that sit here for the rest. So we'll put these pop sockets aside. I think I have like a dozen of them. And I grabbed a handful of them. I do have the 50th. The 50th one has gold flakes in it. That's why it was $50. But I didn't pay $50. Anyway, let's set those over here. Okay, so talking about pins. Okay, we're already into pins. All right. Where are we at time wise? Okay, you see my time. Oh, I have a phone in front of me. Silly. It's 9:50. Okay. So I make pin boards. You see my pin boards here. This is my Walt Disney pin board. I don't think anybody's ever seen this one. This is my Walt Disney pin board. And this has all my Walt Disney special pins on it. This has my JCPenney special anniversary pins on it. It has my D23 pin on it. So this is pretty cool. I love this frame. So this was just all dedicated to my Walt pins. I have many more Walt pins. They're just not on this one. So I'll probably have to make a bigger one for my Walt pins. But I've come across the new way to show pins. And I don't know if any of you smoke cigars. I like cigars. But I started making cigar pin boxes. So I have 2 that I've made, and I've already started making them. And you open it up, and there is your black velvet, which you just can take. I'm going to switch over to the other camera, Katie. So this is, let's shrink that up a little bit. There we go. So that's this one says Mark Twain, smoke cigars, and you just take your pin wherever you want to put it, push it in, and it'll hold your pins. So if you want to display some of your pins in something like this, these are specialty. I'll be making these special. And there you have it. And then you can display your pins. You can set this up on a shelf like that. This one, what I'm going to do is I'm building in a ribbon. I'm going to build in a ribbon, a nice red ribbon on each side. I'm going to affix it on the sides. So when it's open, the lid will stay open. And then when it closes, the ribbon will go inside. And then you can close it. And the lid has plenty of room. It has 1/2 inch of room, so it won't touch your pins. And then when you close your pins, how about that? Is that not cool? Okay. So the next one really matches today's theme. Not that Gaston was a pirate, but of sorts, maybe. He was a burly man. I got this one, and this is Guapo de Mustas. And that is a cigar box. And again, the same way. You open it up. And there's the back. I left the back because it was really nice. It's gold embossed. Tells about the cigar. And again, there's the pin. I have Olaf in there. And Olaf is a 2-sided pin. He opens up. I like pins that open, but it's hard to open a pin on a pin board. So you have to kind of open it up and then put it back on your pin board. So here's the inside of Olaf's pin, and this is a shiny part. So, and then I'm going to hold this back up. So then you have your pin board, and you get your Olaf pin, and you find a special spot for him, and you just push it on there. And then you have your Mickey pin, and you push it on there. And again, one thing you'll know about my pin boards and my pin boxes is you turn them over and shake them, the pins don't come out. I use a special technique when I make my pin boards. Pete has one in his house. He'll tell you the pins don't fall off. His is a shadow box. Has glass in between so your pins won't get dusty. But there you go. So if you're interested, just message me. If you're interested, just message me on Instagram. Pete has been graciously kind enough to let me start selling my pin frames, and now hopefully these pin cigar boxes on his website. And I thank him for that. That was very nice of him. So I'm looking forward to that. So it's just finding, again, you know, the the guitar player for the Monkees, his mother invented whiteout. And then somebody 30, 20 years from then said, well, this brush keeps getting messed up with the whiteout. And then they used a little piece of sponge. And now it's a piece of sponge. And now you don't even need whiteout because nobody uses typewriters. But still, the thoughts that you get, you use your thoughts. Use your thoughts. Think out of the box. Literally think out of the cigar box. Okay, so moving right along, let's jump into some recipe stuff. Now that I've cleared this is my briefcase, and you can tell it's been through the war here. And I want to actually, let me move my cigar boxes, and I want to turn my camera around so you guys can see. All y'all can see this. And if I'm not mistaken, I can just undo my Velcro here that I had strapped to my phone. And I think I can turn this all the way around. I can. And bring my light in here so you guys can see. Okay. And let's go smaller. All right. So this is my briefcase. Oh my goodness. What is the first thing we see? It's a promotional video for 100 Years of Magic, but it's not in there, so it has to be in the house somewhere. Oh, this is an important video. Nessa and Chris's wedding video. That's important. Put that over here. So anywho, this was the recipe we used for the school bread at Pete's. Is that square? Let me see if I can make that a little closer. There we go. That's better. And then the camera needs to be. No, the camera was right. That's fine. No, you guys are upside down. All right. Well, I'm going to do it this way. So use this way, and then we'll turn it this way. There we go. All right. So this was the school bread recipe for Pete's that we made. And then I have all these other little recipe books that I talked about at Pete's, and these are pretty cool. The nice thing about this is these are recipes that I used when I was a baker. And let me tell you something, we're going to make a bunch of this stuff. This is for Valentine's. It talks about Valentine's cookies, Valentine's desserts, Valentine's stuff. And I'm going to be making some of that. St. Patrick's Day cookies, St. Patrick's Day sunrise muffins, just peachy cream cake. Yum. So, and this was always issued by Pillsbury. They would send it to us. So this has a lot of recipes. Holiday Stollen. Who likes fruit stollen? It's that bread, fruit stollen with the candied fruit in it. It has pastries down here, gingerbread men. You got the doughboy there. Tips from the doughboy. How can I keep crumbs from collecting in the icing when I decorate a cake? Okay. How do you keep crumbs? Who's decorated a cake? Iced a cake. And you keep getting the crumbs. All right. I'm going to tell you. Okay. I'm going to read what it says here. Okay. It says, try decorating the cake while it's still frozen. Hint number 1. Okay. Freeze your cake layer. Wrap it in not tinfoil. Wrap it in saran wrap and freeze it if you have time, or at least cool it down. Okay. This will ensure a firm texture with a crumb that does not drag or break down. When you're icing your cake and you're icing it, never pull your spatula or your icing knife away from your cake. Always tilt your spatula and come off at an angle. That's number 1. Okay. And then it says to decorate more easily, your icing or frosting will remain free of crumbs, giving a nice appearance. Okay. That's a fact. These are good facts, but I will tell you another secret. Okay. When you're getting ready to ice your cake, Okay. It's called crumb icing. Take some icing, make a little bit extra icing, not a whole lot. Put your cake together, and it's called crumb icing it. So what you're going to do is you're going to ice the cake, but you're only going to ice it with a really, really, really thin layer of icing. You're going to be able to see through the cake. That's called crumb icing it. Okay. And then pick that up and put it over in the corner of your kitchen and let it sit there. I mean, let it sit there for a half hour, 45 minutes. And that icing is going to get dry. Okay. Then bring it back over. Make sure you've mixed your icing up really, really, really good. Get it pliable. Okay. And then start adding your icing. If you can add your icing with an icing bag and go up and down and squeeze your icing out, you know, there's icing bag tips that they make through Wilton. It's fantastic. And you bag your icing on all the way around. It's like a big stream. And then you just drag your icing blade around it. Take a Lazy Susan. You know, you don't have to have a real expensive one. I use a cake wheel because I'm a baker, but take a Lazy Susan. Okay. And Lazy Susans are only like that big and they're little, and you put your spices on them in your thing. Pull it out. Take all your spices off. Okay. Get yourself a bowl that you mix stuff in, that your Lazy Susan can sit on top of and still spin. Put your cake on that, and then it'll spin. Okay. You got to cheat. You got to improvise. Okay. These are cool things that we'll learn when we start baking together. Okay. That's the really cool thing. Okay. And then ice your cake that way. Even if you don't use an icing tip and put your icing around it, crumb ice your cake, let it sit, let it get dry for about a half hour, 45 minutes. Give yourself time. Okay. Come back, make sure your icing's pliable, keep mixing it, keeping it pliable, adding it to the sides. Okay. That's how you reduce crumbs. Go figure. Who would know? Only a baker. All right. Oh my goodness. I have a recipe in here for buttermilk twists. They are so good. Oh my gosh. Buttermilk twist. 4 pounds of bread flour. Pounds. 4 pounds of cake. 4 pounds of cake flour. 2 ounces of salt. 8 ounces of yeast. Oh yeah. 4 pounds, 8 ounces of butter. 2 pounds of buttermilk. 2 pounds of eggs. Now we can reduce this. We can bring this down to a pound of flour, pound of flour. We just divide it by a quarter. Half ounce of salt. 2 ounces of yeast. Wet yeast, not dry yeast. There's a difference. We'll talk about that later in another program. 1 pound, 2 ounces of butter, 8 ounces of buttermilk, 8 ounces of eggs. And we got buttermilk twists. They are unbelievably amazing. This is for the dough, and then we make the dough up. Coconut macaroons, chocolate chip coconut macaroons. Is anybody hungry? All right, I'm sorry. I'm missing chat. I'm sorry, guys. I get off on a tangent. Let me scroll back down. All right, so we're good here. We're good here. Let me rephrase. I may indeed buy. Oh, talk to me, Kenneth. Reach out to me. Always. Katie says always. Fudge. Can you read that one? What's that say? Fudge drop cookies. Fudge drop cookies. Okay. And these are the things these are the recipes. These are names of things that I'm going to be putting out there. We'll definitely do stuff from the parks, but we're definitely going to do some of Baker's recipes too. Cast a spell with these wicked Halloween ideas. Frost plain or chocolate mini buns with orange buttercream and make jack-o'-lantern faces with black icing, candy corn, and black licorice whips. Well, that's interesting. So they've got a bunch of new old stuff. So anyway, going back, let's dive in here. So these are a bunch of my old recipes. We're not going to look at these books. But these are a bunch of my old recipes, and we're going to just like I said, Irish soda bread, more stuff for winter, more stuff for summer. We have stuff for fall, more winter, scoop and bake carrot cakes, how to make pretzels, how to make pear flans. Pear flans. That's a flan. I think Pete and I were talking about that when he was down last time. What's a flan? That's an egg custard flan. It's egg custard on a cookie shell base with fresh peaches or pears sliced into it with custard poured over it, and it's baked. They call it a flan. Black Russian cakes. We're just going to go through a whole bunch of this stuff. So that's the baker's briefcase. And then we're going to shut that down. What kind of pictures do I have here? Oh, this is me and Groucho Marx in California. When I went to California. Look at that. Look at the baker. Doesn't he look like Groucho Marx? I'm talking to Groucho Marx. We were at Universal. That's California. And look, my hand's just like his hand. Well, last night I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How we got my pajamas, I'll never know. That's pretty funny. There's Baker doing a handstand. Camp Manidokin. I was a camp counselor. 9 years there. I was walking on my hands across the softball field. Yep. I used to do some crazy stuff when I was younger. Oh my gosh, memories. Oh, I am a millionaire. If anybody tells you it's not true, I have $1 $1 million right there. So, some of my plastic scrapers from Carps. Carps is based out of New York. That's that. I got my American flag. But anyway, so that's the baker's briefcase. We'll close that up. Now let's get to some pins. All right, this is the surprise. I want to show you guys some of my pin collection. All right, we're going to go through some baker's pins. Here we go. Let's bring the light in here. And what I've done here is I've got enough light. Maybe we'll move it back to where we were. Because the table gives us a nice reflection. There we go. Let's just turn it around. Back it up. There we go. All right. So we're going to look through some of my. This is my pin. These are pins that I'm keeping. I'm not doing anything with these pins. This is my collection. Let's see. You want to do a split, or we can. They don't need to see me. You can just do. We can just zoom in on these, and we can just do one page if you want. So this was this one came from Epcot 40th anniversary, and this is Pinocchio in Italy. This is one of my favorite ones. I am a big Pinocchio fan. You're going to see that in a few minutes. I love that. This was from the same one. This is from American Adventure Epcot 40th. Again, these are from the 40th anniversary. Let's see. I don't want to look at that one. This was a 40th from Epcot. Let's change that down a little bit. There you go. This one's dated October 1st, 2022. That was 40 years, and it does not spin. And then here's another one that has Figment on it. That's cool. Let's see if we get some more light on the subject here to where we're not too glazed over. There we go. There we go. All right. And now we're going to hit some of my Pinocchio pins. I like this Pinocchio pin because when it came out, his arms and legs move. Is that not cool? His arms and legs move. So this is a special thing. Hey, Debbie, I don't normally show my collection, but this is, I figured I'd give you guys a treat. Seeing I was so excited to hit 5,000 viewing hours. So that's that. This again, this is the pin. I don't know how old this pin is. This is the pin that Jiminy Cricket wore. And I have my magnifying glass here, and it says Official Conscience, 18 karat gold. And this is Let Your Conscience Be Your Guide, and it swivels, and it's got Jiminy Cricket. Is that not awesome? I like that. And when it swivels back down, the little magnet touches a piece of metal there, and it stays shut. This one is another one of my favorites. Pinocchio is my favorite. He's sitting there with Jiminy, and he's looking at his star. He's wishing upon his star. This is a recycled pin. The metal that made this pin was recyclable. Anytime you see, excuse me for a second. Anytime you see a backer card that is brown, it's recycled. The metal that was used to make this pin is all recycled metal. Disney does a lot of that now. There's another one of my pins. Current Mood. Jiminy sleeping. Again, I do Pinocchio Vinylmation pin, and I do Jiminy Cricket. There's an old Pinocchio pin. Ciao. Pinocchio's in a balloon. That's a cool one. And a little baby Pinocchio just sitting there, sitting pretty. Let's see if I can get this light just a little bit closer. There we go. And then Jiminy Cricket pins. If you come across a Jiminy Cricket pin, I would suggest you trade for it because they are few and far between. Okay, let me lay these back in there. And then I'm going to show you some of my badge pins. So we have name tags that we wear as cast members. And for the 50th anniversary, Disney decided to go and bring some out for cast members. So we could buy these at Cast Connection. And these are pins that celebrate all the different, what's the word I'm looking for? All the different years of different name tags that came out. This was Happy Celebration on Earth. Of course, they all say Mickey on them. This was celebrating Main Street USA 2000. And these were only for cast members. That was this year. That's the one we had this year. That's one of my favorites. The most magical place on earth. The 50th celebration with the 50th castle. This is what our name tags looked like this year. And this was for Main Street USA. Year of a Million Dreams or something like this. Had the castle in the clouds. It was so pretty. And I'm going to make a special pin board just for these. And this was like one of the first years. I believe this was the first decade that they came out in, the 70s. And I'm only missing 2 in the whole collection. And this was a bicentennial, 1776, 1976. America on Parade. Has a nice, pretty gold Mickey up there. And then we're going to go back into, I have this one I got from Paris, Disneyland Paris. These were sold in Disney in France. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want to see if I can get this a little brighter. When you look at Tink, she glitters. I don't think you can see it. Yeah, you can. There you go. She glitters. She's made it with glitter. Oh, I'm glad you like those, Jeff. Those are cool. And then it has a little stone in the top of it. 30 years of magic. It's a Disneyland Paris pin that they sold actually here at Epcot. Again, if you're talking Grail pins, this is a Walt Disney Imagineering pin. Now, this is a limited edition pin, and this is only, I think this has only been out of the package twice. This was one of my purchases that I did during COVID. And this pin when it came out, um, was $24.95. That is not what I paid for it. We won't talk about what I paid for it, but it was a pin. This is an exclusive, and this is a limited edition 250. See if we can get a slow. There we go. See if we can get a slow. There we go. Limited edition 250. And this is a book, Pinocchio. When You Wish Upon a Star. And it's got Jiminy Cricket. And that is so cool. And that's a pretty, I mean, that's like a 2-inch size pin, 2-inch by 1-inch. And again, this was a Grail pin back then. And this is Disney Imagineering. You could have only purchased this pin if you were a cast member. And then they trade them. Cast members do trade these. That's how I got it. I wish I would have traded for it, but I didn't. But it's now part of my collection, and it'll go on my Pinocchio board when I make it. Kadani Sean, how are you? I think I missed you, bud. I saw you live one day. I was on your stream. Oh, this is a beautiful pen. Well, Molly, you know somebody that makes pin boards. So, all right, I'm going to set this aside and put that back in later. This is another one that I got. This is Disney Imagineering. This is Pinocchio's 80th year celebration pin. Give a little whistle. And this also is a limited edition 250. 250 of these were made. And they are few and far between. Now, this one I have wrapped in. This one I have wrapped in a tissue. Oh, there it is. That's because it's Tinkerbell. It's one of the other pins from Paris for the 30th anniversary. And if you notice, let me go ahead and put this on my backer board here. And these were not limited editions, but they were limited releases. Okay. So here's the cool thing about that. It has Mickey ears, the Mickey ears, but it also has the number 30 for 30 years of Disneyland Paris. And when you hold that up, you can actually see through Tink, and she glitters, and so does her star. I remember this. I wonder where I put the. I don't recall. Oh, there it is. Where I put the backer card for this. I still have it somewhere. But anyway, we'll put her back in there. But Tinkerbell goes with almost anything. So again, I can put all these back later. I have a Spectro Magic. Remember Spectro Magic? So when they close Spectro Magic down, I can't wait until I start my pin collection. Oh, once I get the pin box from right. It Debbie Tuesday. I should be there Tuesday. It's on its way. Jill said, Jill, my gosh, Jill has 1,000 pins. Oh my gosh, since I've been collecting about 30 years before pin trading was a thing. Wow. I bet that collection is amazing. Oh. Are you still here, Sean? You said you were here from the Poly. Live earlier from the Poly. It is so. Sort them out. Yep. Molly, let me know. I mean, we can look at them together if you want to do something. We could do something backstage one night. We'll get together if you would like. Yeah, Pinocchio is one of my favorites. So this actually came. This is actually a piece of material in here that came off of Pinocchio's shirt. That was in Spectro Magic the Parade. And this is a limited edition, 150, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then we can do a couple more of Pinocchio, and then I think we'll save some for another day. Here is a cell drawing of Pinocchio. This is Walt Disney Imagineering. This is limited edition 250. And then there's Pinocchio with the cell drawing behind him with a paintbrush. And then we have, this is an actual cell. You can't see it that well. Yes, you can. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, you can. I'm going to zoom out. And then I'm going to slowly come up. And you can see, how can I do that? This is an actual cell. It's a part of the cell that came from the movie. Can you see it? It's hard to make out. There you go. Oh, there you go. How do I do? What's blocking that? Oh, hold on. Let me get that. Oh, there you go. You can see the cell. Isn't that cool? The actual cell from the movie. And this is a limited edition. I don't know. This is a piece of Disney movie. Oh, look, you can turn around the back and see it even better. Yep. Let me see what limited edition number this is. And then we're going to talk about next week. And I'm going to look to see what LE this is. And this is a LE 2000. And it's got a cell. And this was another purchase that I made during the COVID time. So I'm sure I probably spent a little too much for that. But so this is a Grail pin. This will be the last pin I show tonight. This is a Grail pin that I got from a collector in Bethesda, Maryland. And this is a 2.5-inch pin, and it is of the partner statue. And it's pretty big. I mean, if you put a regular pin next to it, that's how big Mickey is, and that's how big this Grail pin is. And this came in a box. This is from actually, this is, let's see, I know this is an LE. Let's open her up and find out. Well, thank you all for coming in. Oh, that's okay. I misspell characters all the time. Deb, don't sweat that. This is from 2005. It's not an LE, but it is from 2005. But I know I've never seen many of these pins out there, but I'm sure you can find one if you look for one. But I got that, and that'll definitely go on my new Walt Disney pin board that I'm making. And that's the box it came in. So we could dive through this box. Oh, I got one more Pinocchio pin. It's another 80th anniversary legacy collection. And this is a limited release. Whoop. We can't see it that well. There we go. But we'll slide him back in there. But okay, so we're going to go back to the other cam. And this is probably what we'll bid adieu. Again, going back to what we touch base on earlier. I like showing my pins. I like talking about baking. I like talking about Disney. I like just having fun with all that, and I'm glad you're here to join in. The one thing that never fails to amaze me is there are Disney people that just love to hang out and do things together, and that's what we're doing, and that's what everyone's doing in chat. And I like that you're here. You get to learn a little bit about baking, You get a little bit about Disney that I know, and a little bit about pins. And excuse me, and I'll show some of my pins. I'll dive into this box. It's a makeup box that my daughter wasn't using anymore. Um, and I got it from her, and I think that's where I got that one. Um, I can I wear a costume every stream? Oh my gosh. I probably could. Um, but then I'd have to probably start getting different costumes to wear. But we'll have to see about that one. um, I'm just again, we talked about me, hitting the mark at 5,000 viewer hours, and I thank you for doing that. And so many of you helped me get to that point, and I appreciate it. And so many people helped me get all my mods. Thank you, all my moderators. Thank you guys for being here. If you don't know what a moderator is, if you're in chat and you're talking to somebody that has a blue wrench next to their name, they're one of my moderators, and they do a phenomenal job. They help keep the stream family friendly, Disney friendly, and positive, and that's what it's about. And I appreciate them being here. Uh, they're mods because they're fantastic, and they look out for Disney magic, and they look out for fun, and that's what it's about. So again, the thing we talked about earlier was I hit 5,000 viewing hours. I'm going to be booking or talking about when I'm going to do my 24-hour bake, which is going to be huge. I'm going to start going to the parks every Wednesday. We're going to be looking either to the park or springs or the resorts, and we're going to be talking about desserts. We're going to be baking on Saturdays, starting, I believe that's going to start the middle of September because I have some family obligations to take care of the beginning of February, some family and friend obligations. So it may fall in the end of September. I don't know. We'll see. But we're definitely getting into some October baking. We're going to bake on Saturday mornings, and we're just going to see where it goes from there. And again, I'll put some feelers out there. I'll ask what you all want to see me bake. You got a recipe? You want to send it to me? You want me to bake it? You want a recipe to talk about? Hey, I baked this. Me and Michelle from Monarch Moments. We're going to make pound cake together this year for Easter. We've been talking about doing some things together. Um, so hey, it's the sky's the limit. It's all about having fun. This is the baker's lair. This is where I have fun with my pins and my Disney stuff. In the kitchen, I have fun with baking. I just love to bring you along. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for enjoying the magic with us. And you were at the gun show. Go tell everybody you were at the gun show. You know. Wait, there's weekly flavors. I didn't say anything about weekly flavors. Hello, Chris. Addy Family Adventures. What's going on? I didn't talk about weekly flavors. I don't know. I don't know. Weekly flavors? Maybe we'll have a weekly flavor. I don't know. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you again for my mods, KDY. Thank you so much for being there on the other end. Thank you for keeping me on the straight and narrow here. Again, my hat, if I had one, goes off to all my mods and all my friends and everybody helped me get to where I am. I appreciate you. Check out my shorts. I'm sending the shorts out. Today is Sunday. So next time you'll be seeing me is Wednesday. Wednesday? Oh, yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday, we'll be live in the park. So I'll let you know where I'm going to be. So appreciate you. Mary Carol, take care of those cats. Give them a donut. Cut a donut up in little pieces. They like donuts. I am Chris the Disney Baker. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. TTFN, ta-ta for now. And like I always say, peace, love, and pixie dust hugs. And pixie dust hugs will have to do until we meet in person. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being here. Have a good night.